All right, guys, when we're talking to our clients, we have to have a discussion about their preferred pressure preference. Because if we understand right away their thought process of, I want a medium pressure massage, or I want a deep massage, or I want a light massage, then we're aware as we're applying pressure that we need to check in with them. That it's imperative that they want a deep massage, that our idea of deep is meeting their idea of deep. And the only way to know that is if as you apply the pressure, you check in with them. So maybe you start off with your medium, and as you apply the pressure, you check in. Hey, how is this pressure for you? Is this good, or would you like me to add more? You gotta have a discussion. And as you get into areas that are a little bit more sensitive, for instance, let's say you're getting into the glutes or into the shoulders or an area that they've told you that they're having problems with, you gotta check in, because that pressure changes very quickly when you're dealing with a pain area. And by not checking in, you are not benefiting your client, because they will start to tighten up, restricting movement and access to that muscle for you, and you're just fighting against them. So have the conversation. I don't care how deep they tell you what they want that massage. I can't tell you how often I hear about a client telling me they want deep tissue, and when I get in there on their pain point area, they're like, whoa, 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 that's too much. And it's my medium. It's not even my deep. Or someone who says, I really like light pressure, and they keep asking you to add more and more, and pretty soon you're at like a medium pressure or almost deep pressure. So it's really important that you have these discussions, because for someone to feel comfortable and happy and satisfied at the end of the massage, they have an expectation in their mind of what you're going to be giving them, right? Of what they want this experience to look like. And the only way you know what their thought process is if you talk to them. So you got to have communication. Before you start the massage, you got to have the discussion. How do you prefer your massage? Do you like a light, medium, or deep tissue? And let them know. So when they get on the table, you can have another discussion. How is this pressure? Wonderful. I'll go ahead and check in with you throughout the massage to see if you'd like me to go deeper or lighter. And if for any reason it's too much, please let me know right away so that way I can adjust my pressure to your preference. Right? It's a simple conversation. Guys, you gotta get consent on where to touch and not where to touch. Because some people are gonna tell you they're not comfortable with you touching their hair or their face because their makeup's done and their hair's done for the day and they've gotta go back to work. Some people are gonna tell you they're not comfortable with you working on the glutes. Some are gonna tell you they're not comfortable with you working on the chest region. Whatever it is, you gotta know ahead of time so that when you get to the area, you're prepared of how you're gonna address or adjust for their comfort level. Now, I have to be honest with you. As a therapist, when someone tells me that I can't work on their glutes and yet they're complaining about low back pain, I have to have a discussion with them. I have to let them know, hey guys, I'm happy to skip working on your glutes, but please know that sciatic nerve that's located there, I'm not gonna be able to alleviate that pain point that's coming from your low back if I don't work on the glutes. And all of a sudden, usually the conversation goes like this. Yes, please, I want that pain gone in my low back. So please work on my glutes then. So having the discussion of the why is imperative. You know, if someone says to me, I don't want you getting any oil in my hair or touching my hair, but I have really bad neck pain, then I need to have a conversation with them of, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and use this pillowcase to wrap your hair, but I might get some oil right at the base of your hair if you want me to fix this neck pain you're having, because I gotta get into the neck. And the only way to get into the neck is to adjust the head. And in doing so and holding the head, I'm probably gonna get a little bit of oil on that lower neck. So they're prepared. So that way at the end, they're not frustrated by the situation that took place. They understand that you were doing your job to help them, and that maybe not all of their requirements that they've asked for are going to be kept. You might have to adjust. But having that discussion helps them be prepared for it. So communication is key, right? And then on top of communication, it's also visual. You're a therapist, you're working on this client. If you see goosebumps on their back, they're probably chilly. So a quick discussion and saying, hey, I'm noticing you're a little chilly. Would you like me to grab a blanket? Do you have one here in the room that I can put on you? Would you like me to adjust the thermostat? You look like you may be cold. And if they're cold, right away they're gonna say, please, go adjust the thermostat. It's down the hall. That would be lovely. Or, yes, I have got a blanket. It's sitting right on the couch. Can you grab it and put it over me? And you will grab it and put it on them. And they will automatically sigh, so happy and joyful that A, you noticed, and B, you fixed the problem immediately. So it's not always just verbal, it's also visual. You're working on that body. If you see someone stiffen up when you're doing deep tissue, lighten up and let them know, hey, I'm noticing your body is rejecting some of my deep tissue and you're pushing me back. Would you like me to go a little bit lighter? And if they say, yeah, that would be nice, can you ease up? Then do so. And if they say, hey, no, I want you going for it, then you need to say, okay, I'm happy to do that, but since you're resisting me, I'm gonna need you to breathe through this. So can you take a deep breath here with me while we get into this muscle? So that way they're aware that they're fighting you through that process. You guys are supposed to be working together. It's supposed to be a beautiful union between you and your client. There's gotta be communication. There's gotta be visual, noticing what's happening with their body, right? You are essentially aware of everything that's going on. You gotta talk to them about what's going on in their mind so that way you know their wants and desires before you start. You gotta check in with them to make sure you're giving them the experience that they're wanting to create. And then you gotta visually see, are you getting the results you want? Do they look satisfied? Do they sound satisfied? Is the body reacting properly to your hands? It's your job as a therapist. You're creating an experience, you guys. So check in throughout the experience. Make sure you are making that experience enjoyable so they're getting the outcome they desire. Okay?